There is no category I hate more than Best Supporting Actress in a Drama Series. Every year, you think you have it right, and then the envelope is open and you're wrong. No one knows what voters look for. It's a big mystery. With that said, I'm just gonna go with the frontrunner, with Margot Mandel. She's good in Brother's Keeper in her episode submission. I don't think Brother's Keeper is like the Emmy winning episode of all time. There was so much buzz around this episode that when I finally saw it, I was like, this is it. She gives a good performance, but I just don't think it would be a lock to win the way everybody was talking about it. In fact, I thought the episode that aired right before this Brother's Keeper, the episode called The Spoil, I thought that she should have gone with that episode, and that episode probably would have made her a lock, as much as you can be a lock in this category. Last year's surprise winner, Archie Punjabi, is awesome. I love her in The Good Wife, and she has a great episode submission this year. She doesn't have that much screen time, so then that kind of worries me. She just had that great scene in the elevator, and I'm wondering if it's going to be enough for voters to realize how powerful that scene is. I almost wish she would have submitted the episode where she trashes that car, and that would be explosive, and it would have more impact, and people were like, oh wow, it would get voters' attention. Even though it's not really necessarily a great performance compared to this episode, the impact would have been there. So then there's Christina Hendricks, who was my prediction last year. This year she doesn't have an Emmy-worthy episode the way she did last year. So I'm wondering, if she couldn't win last year for the episode that I thought was made for her to win an Emmy, how can she win this year? With that said, though, her episode is really great and it's really strong. I really liked her performance, and I really liked the character arc Joan had in the episode. And I feel like people are gonna vote for her just because there's something about her in this episode that somehow I kind of connected with Joan, and I wanted to give her a hug or something. And then her last line to Peggy and then to the guys are great and shows how strong Joan is. And there's something about her that she's gonna get votes. She is. Michelle Forbes was great in The Killing. I wish she would have submitted a different episode though. The pilot alone, I don't think is gonna be enough. If she wins, it's gonna be because of that final scene where she's in the phone and she realizes that her daughter is dead. It's a very powerful scene, and it could be enough to win. And I almost want to predict her just because how crazy this category is. It seems that anybody can win, and they look for something that's subtle usually, and something tells me they could easily win. Michelle Forbes could easily win it. If there's one person I'm counting out completely, it's Christina Baranski. I counted her out completely last year, same thing for this year, and basically it's the same for the same reason, because she basically submitted the same episode as last year. For the life of me, I do not know why she didn't submit the episode 9 Hours. If I'm corrected, that's the episode where she defends a guy on death row. She was remarkable in that episode, and if she would have submitted that was like a David E. Kelly type of episode where she probably would have won with that episode, or at least being one of the front runners. So she made a mistake by submitting the episode she did. And finally, Kelly MacDonald. If Boardwalk Empire has to win an acting Emmy, it's probably going to be her, and she has a better shot at Sleeper Emmy. And Kelly MacDonald is just one of those actresses that she's so interesting to watch, and you're always impressed by her whatever performance she's giving. She's so great in anything she does. She won for The Girl in the Cafe, and which I predicted when she won, which was an upset by some people's accounts. But it was because she was so great in that movie, and there's just something about her that is so different from anybody else, and she doesn't give an Emmy-worthy performance. She doesn't, and she shouldn't win, but she might win just because there's something about her that it just gets your attention. And she does have this great scene in her episode where she tells a story about where she kind of tells off the mistress of Steve Buscemi's character. And considering the history of this category, a lot of people have won for a lot less. Like really, anybody could win in this category. But I'm going with the frontrunner, Margot. She's a veteran. The episode submission is good. Probably the best of the category. Though for season-long work, though, I probably would vote for Archer Punjabi just because I love her so much, in especially this season of The Good Wife. But I'm telling you, any of them could win except for Christine Baranski. And then, odds are Christine Baranski wins then, if she's the one we're counting out. But again, basically, good luck predicting this category. This category, I'm just don't know what goes through their minds. If Margot wins, it will be a sign that they're finally getting back on track and rewarding the most deserving, or at least that we finally are starting to define the most deserving along the same lines. But yeah, official prediction: Margot.